So I was planning on shitting all over the rise of the Skywalker trailer and point out how Disney is desperately scrambling to win back the audience they did absolutely everything they could to tell them to fuck off. But instead, something else happened. Zoe Quinn, the queen bitch media darling, has officially fucked up so royal that at this point there really is no defending her anymore. Absolutely none. You see, Quinn is pretty infamous on the internet for a number of reasons. Her constant lies, scams, horrible behavior, and just all around incessant bullshit. She has stolen money, sicked her fans on people, outright begged the UN to censor the internet because she didn't like people mocking her for taking dick for good video game reviews, and to top it all off, her gaggle of brain-dead retards still defend her to this very day.
All women are queens!
Zoe Quinn has contributed nothing to gaming, comics, books, TV, what have you. Yet her army of neckbeard incel lunatics, yes, that is literally the people that like fucking Zoe Quinn whenever they accuse other people of doing that, remember that they are that, will snort her farts until the day she dies. But this might finally be the thing that shatters her reputation and make her an untouchable. A few days ago, Quinn came out and accused a developer of the game Night in the Woods of sexual assault. The story is kind of weird since she implies that this happened even before she got famous, yet this guy apparently was helping her with a game that she's making now. The story has a lot of weird holes to it, okay? But she essentially claimed that he kept her prisoner in his apartment, refused to let her leave, and she was trapped until a friend that she knew got her out of the situation. Needless to say, it's almost completely horseshit.
Take that bullshit, turn it into good shit. Take that bullshit.
I mean, honestly, how often have we heard this exact same story from Me Too people before? And that's a problem with something like Me Too. They want to claim that it's so important and that they're trying to give women the confidence to stand up, yet all that seems to be coming out are opportunistic assholes trying to take advantage of people's morality for the sake of attention and money. Maybe that's just me, but it's really not the best look. Now, some people want to pretend that they're on the reasonable and logical side, saying some bullshit about how he could have been guilty and all that, but here's the big thing when you want to look into this situation. Quinn is a notorious liar. She lied about sex for favors. She lied about her ex-boyfriend abusing her. She was the abuser. She lied about Gamergate harassing her. Lied about her Kickstarter, which, that was when she took $60,000 that should have went to a game, then went to Japan for 2 months for a vacation. Everything this bitch does involves lies, and I am so fucking sick of the cult built around her. Retards like Jim Sterling and Movie Bob swear that people were being unreasonably negative towards her during Gamergate, but it's a fucking lie. Remember Crash Override Network, where Zoe Quinn used a mental health hotline as a front for a doxing group? Yeah, no. That should have been an immediate go fuck yourself disavow moment.
You're a fucking idiot! This needs to stop! Now!
But now her lies have exploded in her face. You see, this Night in the Woods dev was absolutely destroyed by the allegations, kicked from the company, shunned by the people around him, legitimately harassed by people that like Quinn. His life was fucked by this, and this led to an incident that pretty much ended up with him taking his own life. He committed suicide. This man apparently dealt with severe mental health issues for years, and right after he was able to crawl himself out of his depression, Quinn waltzes in and accuses him of rape. Now, as stated, Quinn used a Kickstarter campaign to get $60,000. This is her newest debacle. The idea was that she would use the money to make a new game. However, she didn't really do that. Instead of actually making the goddamn game, she ran off with the money to Japan for a vacation for about 2 to 3 months. To my knowledge, not a single thing got accomplished, and this was just a complete scam.
Where's the money, Lebowski? You want that money, Lebowski? Bunny says you're good for it. Where's the money, Lebowski?
This developer she accused apparently was actually tied to the game, though as stated, Quinn's story is very weird about that. When you read it, it sounds like it was something before even 2014, yet apparently this game she was talking about was the one that she was working on now. Maybe I just read it weird, but it just feels kooky to me. But anyway, this guy that she knew, because no matter which version it was, she did know this guy personally. This guy that she knew suddenly got accused of rape right when it came out that Zoe wasted all the money and nothing got done.
It's a coincidence.
What could she possibly gain from me tooing a man for no reason right when the shit was about to drop on her head? I don't know, guys. Can you think of a reason why somebody would lie about something terrible happening to them in order to cover their own mistakes? Yeah, I'm being facetious. Basically, she threw this guy under the bus to cover her own ass. Now, he's fucking dead. Because she needed a fucking umbrella. I have zero confidence that this Me Too story was real. You know why? She never went to the cops. And this is a story that, as stated, if one version is true, was years beforehand. So she kept this as a trump card for years. So, yeah, here's the big thing. Twitter is not 911. If you have been raped, go to the fucking police. Everything this guy does in her story sounds like something you immediately call 911 for. This goes beyond abusive relationship or battered wife syndrome. This was Buffalo Bill level, he's gonna cut your fucking head off at some point shit.
Who do you fuck with?
And here's just kind of the general advice to anybody that has been in a situation like what Quinn went through or, has been raped or anything like that. If you don't go to the police, you're actively helping the person that hurt you. It's really harsh to say that, but it's fucking true. Nobody on social media has the resources or intelligence to look at this properly. That's universal. I'm not smart enough to look into this. PewDiePie isn't smart enough to look into this. Talk to the fucking professionals. This bullshit of what if the police don't believe me is crap that belongs in movies. Unless you got Epstein. He's the exception, but whatever. But Quinn, no, she wasn't raped by billionaires or elites or politicians. She says a pale twink that made a Tumblr game, and the Woods is apparently super good, but it is a Tumblr game, abused her. The police are not going to defend his ass, especially up in Canada, where just being accused is enough for them to arrest your ass. But no, she decided that her social media followers would know better than the police. Fuck this transparent bullshit. She knew she could not get this guy charged, and if she did accuse him, she could easily be arrested for falsifying police reports. No. Instead, she wanted to rely on her little gaggle of minions to do the work for her. And fuck Quinn's cult of personality bullshit. They're coming out now, trying to play this off as, oh, he was just in a really dark place and he just happened to kill himself after all this. No. If you still decide to stand by her or any of her friends, you're siding with Looney Tunes level sociopaths, and that's not an exaggeration. I understand guilt by association crap, but here's the plain and simple truth of it. These are nasty, horrible people. These are people that are willing to lie and ruin people's lives for the sake of their own benefit. Quinn herself is a manipulative, spoiled, untalented, coddled little bitch. Wanna know the best part though? Her fans are already blaming trolls and racists for this, saying they bullied Quinn off the internet.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Fuck off. Fuck off. She is not gonna suck your cock for this. She left as soon as the news came out that guy killed himself because she knew people were gonna be gunning for her ass. Besides, why would you want to stick it in a hole so full of bacteria that the best case scenario for an STD would be the bubonic plague? I have lost all patience for this now. And before any retard says something like, how can you prove Zoe's claim is the reason he committed suicide? Isn't it a bit of a coincidence that after this guy's life fell to shit, he kills himself? It doesn't really take much to put two and two together. Besides, how can you prove it wasn't the case? You prove it was something else because right now the timing sure makes this clear as day. And to reset era, you disgusting pedophile fucks. You want to celebrate this guy's death? Why the fuck do game companies listen to you? Why do companies insist on listening to this den of absolute degenerates? And if you don't know what I mean by reset era is full of pedophiles, I mean they literally had a Discord server get leaked that showed that they openly talk about pedophilia and shit like that. And the lady that leaked it, they threatened to sue her.
Fuck everything, but fuck fuck you the most. Fuck everyone, but fuck you the most. With a big rusty pole or a splintery post. Yeah, fuck you the most. Fuck you.
Because it was found that admins and top brass were directly involved with it. And these are the people that are so censor happy that saying one thing wrong gets you a lifetime ban. Yeah, these are the people that are trying to judge you for your morals, talking about fucking kids. And yeah, it's just fucking... I have no patience for it. I'm like a white trash mom looking at her retarded son at this point. I just have a fucking cigarette in my mouth hoping that one day it'll stick a fork in an electric socket. I mean, you sociopathic cunts insist that you're the victims. Meanwhile, you make James Bond villains look like the pinnacle of morality. You're the good guys, and that excuses people being pushed into suicide for saying something you don't like, for making jokes you don't like, for putting anime titties in a way you don't like them. I hope your children turn into the most racist, sexist, homophobic bigots out there. I don't even give a shit if the Jinro death squads come true, because at this point, all I want to see is your worst nightmares come true. It would be worth it. Because if your sense of morality is the good side, we need to run screaming in the opposite direction. So get fucked, you phony ass moralistic little cunts. You wannabe white knights. Fuck Canada, fuck California, fuck leftists, and fuck this left-leaning bullshit. If you defend Quinn on this, find any reason to try to say, well, me too, or, well, you need to listen to her story, for any reason. You are saying it is okay to push people to death. Quinn is a known liar, a snake oil salesman. She is a con artist. That is the plain and simple truth of it. She never went to the police. There was never proper procedure. She just sicked the mob on somebody until they blew their brains out. So letting this witch get away with shit? Just stop. Call this out for what it is. A transparent attempt to throw a man under the bus to cover her own ass. A bus that led to dark fucking results. Because who gives a shit about other people, so long as the queen bitch gets to walk away scot-free. So yeah, this has been a video full of venom and hate, and yeah, if this channel had any sort of monetization, there's no way in hell YouTube would ever let me see a dime. But I'm not gonna downplay how I feel. This was actually evil. We need to stop letting this cult of assholes get away with shit and protect each other, circle the wagons, and things like that. Make sure people know about this. Make a video of your own, flood YouTube, Twitter, BitChute, whatever you use. Do not let Quinn shake this off. This isn't even calling for harassment or anything like this, because at this point, this goes beyond internet bullshit. A dude actually fucking died because she wanted to cover up what essentially boils down to her embezzling money for her own gain. That's what this all boils down to. She ran out of money, never got a single fucking thing done with her Kickstarter, and she had to find someone to pin this on. So now everyone's talking about her again. Her little Patreon white knights are going to come running with checks in their hands because for some reason they think fighting Nazis equates to giving a thought money.
If she breathes, she's a thought!
No, okay? You're being manipulated, you fucking idiots. You're letting your prick think instead of your brain. Take 2 seconds to think about this logically. But they're never going to do that. So until next time, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. What is it going to solve? Nothing. But the company's nice. See you guys.